Morning everyone, and welcome back to the Runpreneur vlog, where we discuss all things entrepreneurship and running. It's a fresh morning today, a little bit of wind, feels about freezing, so it's winter conditions again, but wind chill factor isn't too bad, so pretty good running conditions. And it's Thursday Tales, where we talk about past experiences in business. And today's topic is as a entrepreneur, can you switch off at Christmas? So remember, if you like this video, please give it a like and a subscribe, and let's get started. So, the big topic of, can you ever really switch off at Christmas as an entrepreneur? Well, if in terms of Thursday Tales and past experience in business, it's something that I've been pretty poor at in the past. I just got a car coming past me, so bear with me. That's why I let this guy go past me. I've been pretty poor at this in the past, and I still struggle today in terms of I might not work as many hours as I used to, and but switching off when you have so many things going on is actually quite a challenge. And I love Christmas. I love Christmas immensely, especially more so since I've had children. It's such a magical time of the year if you have children, and so yeah, I do switch off, but it's taken a long time to kind of learn to do that. And I think Christmas is quite a good holiday, because I think most people will generally celebrate it, so most people switch off. You get other holidays where it can be based more around, well, Christmas is based around religion as well, obviously, but I think even kind of non-Christians will still celebrate Christmas. Well, I know a few anyway. I'm not getting into the religion topic here. It's something that I'm not knowledgeable enough about to make casting statements. But on a whole, most people I know celebrate Christmas. And I think when people that within your business, suppliers, customers, clients, are all celebrating the same holiday, it's far easier to switch off. I think the issue that I've always had is that life can be so busy with what's going on in your businesses, and you often see that the downtime of Christmas as an opportunity to catch up, and that's what I've done, a lot in the past. And it's a bad habit to get into, because if you're anything like me and have an addictive personality, once I get started on something, I get really into my flow and absorbed into it, and you think, oh, I've got half an hour here where kids are playing nicely, I can sit down for half an hour, I'm just going to check on a couple of bits, and before you know it, 2-3 hours have passed and you've missed some vitally important family time over the festive season. So try not to make that mistake, and try to be really regimented, because it is probably the easiest holiday to down tools and just stop working on. I mean, you can always keep, I think most of us will agree as an entrepreneur, regardless of how outsourced and systemized you are, you're kind of always on call, because if something goes dramatically wrong, or sort of some major incident happens within your business, then you need to know about it, and everybody needs a communication channel to come to you. But I think you need to set rules and parameters that you should only be contacted in these circumstances, and also to your team as well, because I'm fortunate enough to have an extremely hard-working team around me, and it's important that they down tools and stop over Christmas as well, and recharge. Because if you don't, I've had Christmases where in the past where it's been where work has been manic, whether it's positive or negative, and I've been sucked in doing quite a significant amount of work. And I've not only missed out on, you know, my highest value, which is my family. Not only have I missed out on the most important thing to me in the world, but I've also overexerted myself over the downtime, and I've come back into the new year feeling tired. And I think you want to use this time just to recharge your batteries ready for the year ahead. Now, let's get past this gentleman. Morning. It's funny how when you're doing these runs on similar routes, similar times of the week, you see the similar people that have a similar routine. That gentleman there, he's walking his dog always at the same time every week down this road, which is the same road that I run down at the same time every week. So we are creatures of habit. But anyway, I digress. So the other one is people get sucked into, oh, I'm going to do my planning. Now, planning, I think, is okay as an exception, providing you can, you know, control yourself how much time you spend. You know, if, you know, the kids are playing a video game or something, or board games you play with, video games I'll be playing as well, so bad examples, but I don't know, if the kids are doing something with a granny or grandparents or whatever, and it's not vitally important that I'm involved, then yeah, I might sit there. I won't get the laptop out, but I'll sit there with my thoughts and do a bit of planning, and I'll make some notes on my smartphone, so that when it comes to the new year, I've got those notes ready to take into account for the period ahead. But again, it's a slippery slope, and I think people who are very disciplined and know start and stop times, time blocking can be something that can really help if you're going to do anything over the Christmas period. But if I'm being truly honest, I've got this wrong pretty much every Christmas, and this year I am going to just try and switch off completely. I've got some planning meetings in advance of the Christmas break, so I should have my plans and stuff ready for the new year ahead in advance of the Christmas break, and I'm literally going to down tools. And I will have my my messaging, you know, channel open in Slack, so that if somebody does need me for anything urgent, I'll see it, and I can just see if there's anything urgent. But by and by, I'm just going to take a complete Christmas period off. So that is the plan this year. So I suppose, to answer the question, can an entrepreneur switch off over the Christmas holidays? The answer is it's a very personal answer, because I think the answer is absolutely yes, but it's something that I've failed at year on year, and I'm really going to try this year to maximise the time with the family and really remember what my values are. My number one value is my family, so I need to put them at number one priority and make sure they get the time that they deserve. And I am pretty good in general life. I'm always there. I always see my kids and children daily, and I always log kind of the amount of family time I'm spending, just to make sure it holds me accountable to ensuring I'm making time for them all the time. Because I always justify it in my mind that I'm working to provide for my family, so but there's no substitute for family time, giving your time to your nearest and dearest, and that's what I certainly intend to do over the festive season. But as I've said, with my addictive personality, if I get stuck into a bit of work, I can be absorbed for hours, and I'm just not going to switch open my laptop over Christmas. I think that's going to be the first rule I apply. I've got planning meetings scheduled before Christmas, which is again will hopefully free me up to the period, so I won't have to do any planning or much planning. But I will keep my Slack channel open to my colleagues for any emergencies. But we will catalogue and categorise what constitutes an emergency and what doesn't. And I think number 4 is I'll be making sure let my team down tools as well and recharge, because it's been a tough year for so many of us. It's been a hugely eventful year for myself in terms of, well, it was at the beginning of the year, then COVID hit, and then separated from my previous business, started kind of 5 new businesses, which is crazy, and 3 of them are already profitable. 4 of them are profitable now, and the 5th one's launching in the new year. So it's been an amazing year from my perspective, but I think it's time just to make sure I down tools and chill out for a few days, which is super important. Thanks a lot. Cheers. So that's it for me. Hopefully this has been useful. It's 2 weeks before Christmas here. It's 2 weeks till Christmas Eve, so this will be published on Christmas Eve, which is why the theme topic is around entrepreneurship and this kind of festive season, and past mistakes I've made in business over the festive season. So you'll probably see this around Christmas Eve, and obviously you'll hopefully be downing tools and not spending too much time on social media. So it's probably one of the few occasions I won't want too many views on any of my content. But anyway, hope it's been useful, and as always, feel free to drop me a question or a comment. I'll respond to every one. If it's a bigger topic, I'll still reply, but I'll do a separate blog episode and tag you in. If it's irrelevant to you, no problem, just unfollow. But before you do that, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel Runpreneur, where all of the full-length versions of this vlog are catalogued nice and neatly by playlist and released before any other platform. And it's a completely free ad hoc resource that you might be able to dip in and out of at some point in the future. Also, make sure you join the Facebook Runpreneur group, where all the free resources that accompany this vlog will be hosted. So hopefully there's some useful free stuff for you there as well. And all that's left to say is the Runpreneur vlog was set up for entrepreneurs, business owners, to help them overcome stress, overwhelm, anxiety by using exercise, or in my case running, as a mechanism to kind of control, manage and thrive under these emotions that every single entrepreneur and business owner experiences. And it's often the difference between success and failure how well an entrepreneur manages these emotions. The ones that do it well, understand, regularly kind of analyse, clear their heads, get clarity on where they're going, and they end up thriving under these emotions, and it kind of pushes them along and pushes them down to bigger and better things, which is super exciting for those. But the ones that struggle with them end up bottling them up. They have no release mechanism, and the pressure builds and builds and builds, and then normally one of 2 things will break, and that's either the entrepreneur will have a breakdown or the business will break down. And unfortunately, either or can often be terminal to the likelihood of your business lasting the test of time. So I've been there. I've lost several businesses in the past. I've had business partnership separations. I've had so many kicks and knocks on this entrepreneurial journey, and I've suffered with entrepreneurial pride more than anyone, where you kind of bottle things up, you kind of try and deal with it all yourself, and then at some point something gives, and it's normally, like I say, you or the business. And I've lost multiple businesses because of this, so I know what it's like. But I now feel I've got this kind of routine infrastructure in my life where I seem to have everything under control. I seem to be thriving under the pressures that I was once wilting under, and I got more clarity and focus than ever before. And my pledge to you is, if you are one of these entrepreneurs struggling with entrepreneurial pride, you're bottling up these pressures and emotions, and you need some help, drop me a message. There's absolutely no catch here. There's no ulterior motive. I've been there. Some entrepreneurs have already taken me up on this, and we've had a very simple call where we've just analysed the situation, tried to give some nice implementable steps to kind of get you back onto the pathway to success, and understand that there is support there, and you don't have to pay for it, which is super key. And and like I said, I've always said that this vlog, if it saves just one entrepreneur or one business, it's been 1,000,000% worthwhile. So please don't be too stubborn, and feel free to reach out, and let's see if we can get you back on the pathway to success. So that's it, pretty much it from me today. As always, if you like this video, please give it a like and a subscribe. If you want to see similar content, please check out the playlists link below, and you can see all the different playlists I do. It's a new episode every day, and all that's left to say is, as always, stay positive, stay happy, and I'll see you tomorrow.